The notice had been taped to her door for 3 days. Mrs. Thompson had read it over and over again, hoping the words would somehow change. They didn't. By Thursday morning, the landlord had arrived with 2 security guards and a moving crew. Her belongings were already packed into old cardboard boxes. 35 years in that apartment, reduced to 6 worn suitcases and a small photo frame she refused to let go of. "Please," whispered softly. "Just 1 more week." But the landlord shook his head. "I'd been patient enough. Rent is rent." Neighbors watched from their windows as the old woman was escorted outside. Some pitied her. Others simply turned away, because everyone knew, once you couldn't pay, you couldn't stay. Mrs. Thompson sat quietly on one of the boxes near her curb. Her hands rested gently on her cane. Her eyes didn't cry, they just stared, as though she had already accepted whatever came next. "Where will you go now?" asked hesitantly. She smiled faintly. "I suppose I'll figure something out." But before anyone could say anything else, a loud rumble passed overhead. Heads turned upward. A sleek private jet cut across the sky, unusually low. Too low. It circled once, then again, and suddenly someone's phone rang. It was the landlord. He frowned at the unknown number, answered, "Yes?" His expression changed almost instantly. Confusion, shock, then panic. "I think you've made a mistake." Glancing toward Mrs. Thompson. A long pause followed. Then his face drained of color completely. "Yes, she's here right now." He hung up slowly, turned toward her. His voice was no longer confident or annoyed. It was shaking. "Ma'am, why didn't you tell me?" Mrs. Thompson looked up calmly. "Tell you what?" But before he could respond, 3 black vehicles pulled into the parking lot. Men in suits stepped out quickly. One of them approached her directly. "Mrs. Eleanor Thompson?" he asked respectfully. She nodded. He exhaled in relief. "Thank goodness we found you. The board has been trying to reach you for days." The neighbors leaned closer. The landlord didn't move because he had just received a second message from the bank confirming that the building he had just evicted her from had been purchased this morning in cash under her name. Mrs. Thompson slowly pushed herself up using her cane and looked at the landlord, now frozen in place. "You were saying?" she asked gently. But the man in the suit leaned closer to her and whispered, "There's just one more thing you need to approve." Mrs. Thompson's smile faded. "Approve what?" The man hesitated, then said quietly, "The demolition request." Mrs. Thompson turned slowly and looked up at the apartment building she had called home for 35 years.